The Bible speaks of a defining moment, a moment to choose. It asks, whom will you serve? Will it be the familiar gods of your past, or will you embrace something new, something transformative? Joshua declared boldly, "As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." His words echo through time, a powerful testament to the power of choice. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19 lays it bare. Choose life. This isn't just a suggestion, it's a command. We are called to choose every single day. Our choices shape us, mold us, and ultimately determine our destiny. But it goes deeper than that. Our choices don't end with us. They ripple outward, impacting generations to come. When we choose life for our children and our children's children. We set in motion a legacy of blessing. But the opposite is also true. This is a powerful truth, a sobering responsibility. The decisions we make today will create ripples that extend far beyond our own lives. They will shape the future, for better or for worse. Choose wisely. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. These words are more than just an ancient decree. They are a living, breathing truth that applies to each of us today. Our choices have consequences, not just for ourselves, but for our lineage. This is the ripple effect of choice. Consider the impact of your choices. Do they lead to life? Do they bring blessing? Or do they sow seeds of destruction and despair? The answer lies within each of us. We have the power to choose. This isn't about living in fear or obsessing over every decision. It's about recognizing the profound responsibility we have. We're not just individuals, we're part of something much larger than ourselves. We are linked to a past and we are shaping a future. Every decision, big or small, contributes to the tapestry of our lives and the lives of those who come after us. Embrace the power of choice. Choose life. Choose blessing. Let your choices echo with hope and promise for generations to come. Your choices are not isolated incidents. They are powerful ripples extending outward and touching the lives of everyone around you. The Bible speaks of this clearly. You and your seed may live. This isn't just about biological offspring, it's about everyone within your sphere of influence. Think about it. Your family, your friends, your community, they're all impacted by the choices you make. The legacy you build, the example you set, it all starts with the decisions you make each day. Are you building others up or tearing them down? Are you a source of strength or a burden to carry? This is the weight of our choices. They don't just shape our own destinies, they influence the destinies of countless others. When we grasp this truth, it transforms our perspective. It elevates our decision-making from a place of self-interest to a place of profound responsibility. We become architects, not just of our own lives, but of a future that extends beyond our years. This is both humbling and empowering. It reminds us that we are never truly alone in our choices. We are part of a vast and interconnected web of life. Every choice carries a certain weight. Some decisions are like pebbles, creating small ripples that fade quickly. Others are like boulders, generating massive waves that can alter the course of our lives and the lives of generations to come. The weight of a choice is determined by its potential impact. A decision about what to eat for breakfast carries far less weight than a decision about marriage, career, or faith. These are destiny-defining choices, moments where the course of our lives can shift dramatically. Recognizing the weight of our choices is crucial. It forces us to pause, to reflect, to seek wisdom and guidance before making decisions that could have far-reaching consequences. It's not about living in fear, but about living with intentionality. Imagine a ship's captain setting sail without consulting a map or considering the weather. It would be reckless, irresponsible, and potentially disastrous. Our lives are like ships, and our choices are the rudder. We must navigate with care, considering the potential consequences of every decision. Our choices create a domino effect. One decision leads to another, setting in motion a chain of events that can shape our destiny. This is why it's crucial to make wise choices from the outset. A single poor decision can set in motion a cascade of negative consequences that are difficult to reverse. Consider the story of the prodigal son. He made a series of poor choices, squandering his inheritance, indulging in reckless living and ultimately finding himself in desperate circumstances. His initial decision to abandon his father's house set in motion a chain of events that led him far astray. But even in his darkest hour, the prodigal son had a choice. He could remain mired in his self-inflicted misery, or he could choose to return to his father and seek forgiveness. He chose the latter, and his life was forever changed. This story illustrates the power of choice, even in the face of our past mistakes. It's never too late to make a different choice, to change direction, and to set our lives on a new course. Every moment is an opportunity to reset the dominoes and create a new outcome. God created humans differently. Animals operate on instinct. Angels follow divine orders. But humans possess a unique gift, free will. It's a spark of divinity, a reflection of God's own power to choose. With it, we can shape our destinies, defy expectations, and even challenge the heavens. This freedom is awe-inspiring. No other creature on earth has this capacity. We can choose to love, to create, to build, to forgive. But this gift, like a double-edged sword, also allows us to hate, to destroy, to deceive, and to reject. It's a responsibility of immense magnitude. Think about it. God, in his infinite wisdom and power, chose to grant us free will. He could have made us automatons, blindly obeying his every command, but he didn't. He gave us the freedom to choose, even if it meant we might choose against him. This is the paradox of faith, a God who values our free will, even when it leads us astray. He doesn't force himself upon us. He offers us a choice, a path to follow, but ultimately the decision rests in our hands. The power to choose is a double-edged sword. It gives us the ability to rise to incredible heights, achieving feats that defy human limitations. But it also opens us up to the possibility of profound failure, of making choices that lead us down dark and treacherous paths. We see this dichotomy throughout history. Individuals who, fueled by ambition and driven by a singular vision, achieved greatness against all odds. But we also see those consumed by greed, hatred, and lust for power, leaving behind a trail of devastation and despair. This is the burden and the beauty of free will. It's a constant balancing act, a tightrope walk between our desires and our responsibilities. Every day we make choices that tip the scales, shaping our destinies and influencing the world around us. The key is to wield this power with wisdom and discernment, to seek guidance from the divine, to learn from our mistakes, and to constantly strive towards making choices that align with our highest values and aspirations. Many people view Amen as a simple affirmation, a way to conclude a prayer. But it's much deeper than that. Amen signifies agreement, a conscious alignment of our will with the divine will. It's the moment we surrender our desires to a higher power, acknowledging that his plans are greater than our own. When we say Amen, we are essentially saying yes to God, yes to his guidance, yes to his purpose, yes to his will for our lives. It's a declaration of surrender, a recognition that we are not in control, and a willingness to let God take the lead. This act of surrender is not weakness, it's the ultimate act of strength. It takes courage to relinquish control, to trust in something beyond ourselves. But it's in that surrender that we find true freedom, true peace, and true fulfillment. God speaks to us in countless ways, through his word, through our intuition, through the whispers of our hearts. But his plans can only be fully realized when we align our will with his. When we say Amen with conviction, we unlock the floodgates of heaven and allow his blessings to flow into our lives. The story of the prodigal son is a powerful example of the power of choice, even in the face of devastating consequences. This young man, driven by a desire for instant gratification, demanded his inheritance and squandered it on reckless living. He hit rock bottom, finding himself destitute and forced to tend to pigs. It was in that moment of despair that he made a choice. He remembered his father's love, his father's kindness, and realized the error of his ways. He chose to return home, not expecting forgiveness but hoping for a second chance. His father, overjoyed at his son's return, welcomed him with open arms. There was no condemnation, no judgment, only unconditional love and forgiveness. The prodigal son's choice to change, to return to his roots, transformed his destiny. This story reminds us that it's never too late to make a different choice. No matter how far we've strayed, no matter how deep our regrets, there's always a path back to redemption. The power to choose is always within us, waiting for us to awaken to its potential. Consider the contrasting lives of Jacob and Esau, twin brothers from the book of Genesis. Esau, the elder, was a skilled hunter, a man of action. Jacob, the younger, was more introspective, a man of thought and planning. Their choices, even from birth, revealed their contrasting characters. Esau, driven by his immediate desires, traded his birthright for a bowl of stew. Jacob, recognizing the long-term significance of his inheritance, seized the opportunity to secure his future. These early choices set in motion a chain of events that shaped their destinies. Esau, though initially favored, lost his father's blessing through a series of impulsive decisions. Jacob, through his strategic planning and unwavering determination, secured the blessings and became the patriarch of a nation. This story highlights the importance of considering the long-term consequences of our choices. It's not enough to be driven by immediate gratification. We must also consider the impact our decisions will have on our future selves and those around us. You were born with a gift, a power so profound, so inherent to your being, that you might not even realize its significance. This gift is the power to choose. It's the birthright of every human being, a divine spark that sets us apart from all other creations. But somewhere along the way, we forget. We let circumstances dictate our lives. We allow fears, doubts, and the opinions of others to cloud our judgment, to dim our inner light. We become passive observers in our own lives instead of active participants. It's time to reclaim your birthright, to remember the power that resides within you, the power to say no to mediocrity, to limitations, to a life less than what you deserve, the power to say yes to your dreams, to your passions, to the whispers of your soul that urge you towards greatness. This is not about arrogance or self-reliance. It's about recognizing that you are co-creator of your reality. You have a say in how your story unfolds. You have the power to choose a different path, to write a new ending. Never underestimate the power of a single choice. It can be the catalyst for a chain reaction, setting in motion a series of events that can transform your life and the lives of those around you. A single choice made with courage and conviction can alter the trajectory of your destiny. Think about it. What if Rosa Parks had chosen to give up her seat on that bus? What if Nelson Mandela had chosen to remain silent in the face of injustice? What if Martin Luther King Jr. had chosen to ignore the call to lead? Their choices, made in the face of adversity and opposition, ignited movements that changed the world. They are powerful reminders that we are not powerless bystanders in the face of injustice, inequality, or our own limiting beliefs. We have a voice, we have a choice, and we have the power to make a difference. Don't let fear or doubt paralyze you. Don't let the weight of the world or the magnitude of your dreams keep you from taking that first step. Start small. Make one courageous choice today, and then another, and another. You'll be amazed at where those choices will lead you. The world is waiting for you to rise above your fears, your doubts, and the limitations you've placed upon yourself, to rise to the occasion, to meet the challenges of our time with courage, compassion, and an unwavering belief in the power of the human spirit. The power to choose is not a gift reserved for a select few. It's the birthright of every human being, a divine spark that ignites our potential and fuels our journey towards greatness. Don't squander this gift. Don't let it lay dormant, buried under layers of fear, apathy, or self-doubt. The world needs your light. It needs your passion, your creativity, your unique gifts and talents. It needs you to step into your power, to embrace the fullness of who you are, and to make choices that reflect your deepest values and aspirations. Rise and choose. Choose love over fear. Choose courage over comfort. Choose action over apathy. Choose to make a difference, to leave the world a better place than you found it. The power is within you. The time is now. Rise and choose.